On the whiteboard appeared a blurry, murky picture of a car covered in so much mud it looked like cake icing. Ian heard Andy's sharp intake of breath. He felt his stomach tighten. "This car wasn't some junker dumped in the lake to avoid a wrecking fee," continued Kelly. "This was a very specific car belonging to someone who went missing 22 years ago." He advanced the slide, showing the car dangling from a crane on a construction barge that had been anchored next to the distinctive cliffs on the north side of Lake Loomis. Its passage out of the water had caused some of the mud to wash off, and here and there the car's original metallic blue paint job showed through. He wished one of Andy's hands would find his and squeeze it tightly, but they remained palm down on her desk. Inside the car, the police found human remains. After so many years underwater, they were completely skeletonized, but license plate records reveal who owned the car, and the deceased has been identified tentatively, pending confirmation from dental records. Uneasy murmurs rippled through the room as a name, long unheard, echoed in Ian's mind. "So you're saying our kids will be investigating a murder?" asked one shocked father. "Who said this was a murder?" said Kelly. "Our job will be to gather every shred of information we can find, to shadow the police investigation, and eventually to tell the story of how this happened." "This has been approved by the headmaster?" Kelly ignored that comment, moving on to the next slide, a decades-old headshot. Suddenly Ian was a senior again, limping along a wooded path, rage blurring his vision, hating his secret. Beside him, Andy was rigid, as though the only way she could master her emotions was to not move a muscle. "Forensic analysis has yet to confirm this," continued Kelly, "but the owner of the car was in fact a predecessor of mine, a former writer-in-residence here at Glenlake who went missing shortly before his year came to an end. His name was David Walker," he said, "but he went by the name Dallas Walker."
Andy Bloom's Glenlake Academy Journal. Tuesday, September 3rd, 1996. Not even Ian's take, "Dallas Walker sounds like a fake name. Besides, poets are wimps and douchebags, so who cares?" made me feel any less anxious about entering Copeland Hall today. I expected to step into my own twisted Dead Poets Society hell. The rows of desks, the 1920s bookshelves, the blackboard, the hissing radiator in the corner, and Dallas Walker, his back to us as we, his unsuspecting students, entered the room. I forced myself into the room just as the bell rang. Dallas Walker was not only present, but leaning casually against the front of his desk, looking nothing, of course, like I imagined. He was younger, but not young, taller, but not tall, graying, but not gray, and anything but paunchy. Instead, he was wiry and muscular, like a boxer or a distance runner. If he weren't wearing a pair of those hideous suede slip-on Merrills, I might even have described him as handsome, in a rugged, cigarette-smoking, seen-a-few-things, older guy kind of way. Our eyes met briefly before I turned toward an open seat a few rows back from my usual spot in the front. When I got settled and looked back up, he flashed a smile. The nervous feeling in my stomach engulfed my whole freaking being. "Poetry is about laying bare the collective secrets of our souls," he said. "To that end, I want you to pull out a piece of paper and write down something that truly terrifies you."
Dad's hungover, and Mom's salty but trying not to show it, thought Cassidy, as she sat down opposite them at a dining hall table. Actually, maybe Mom's hungover too. "So was Dallas Walker here when you were?" Her parents glanced at each other before answering. It lasted about a second, but still. Weird. They both nodded. "Yes. I was taking his poetry seminar when he disappeared." "Did you guys know he was dead?" This time, they didn't look at each other. Neither of them shook their heads. Mom stared at the table, seemingly having lost all interest in food.